I didn't get a good enough look at you back there. Now I see why my guards had trouble with you.
Well, they weren't exactly easy.
I'm sure they aren't what mortals like you are used to. You must be someone special.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
A simple Persephone will do just fine in my realm. Formalities are for the boring. Isn't that what they say?
So, Elysium belongs to you?
After the rude introduction I gave you, I can't blame you for not knowing. Let me apologize. Ross can attest. Usually he's the one that does the biting. He would want you to forgive me too. Tell me your name. Let's begin again. On the right foot, this time.
No hard feelings. My name's Cassandra.
Then I give you my official welcome, Cassandra. Let me tell you what's customary around here. This place is mine. I know every flower, every face. I alone let them in. But there's something here I don't want.
You mean me?
No. There's a beast loose in Elysium, and it belongs to Hades. If it gets to him that his wife stole one of his immortal mounts, it'll be a disaster. But I didn't steal it. I won't go near the things. They brought me down here in the first place. No, someone wants me to look bad, and I need that horse gone.
The Hades? I'll take it you aren't a happy couple.
He's tried, of course, to bond with me. But what can he expect out of a prisoner? Love? That's just stuff of legend.
You think someone would do this to you?
It's highly unlikely the thing got in here on its own. I have to remember Elysium is my paradise, not everyone else's.
I'll see if I can find the horse for you. What does it look like?
You'll know it when you see it, trust me. Not only is the beast immortal, but he is terrifying.
Horses don't scare me. Has anyone seen him lately?
I heard screams coming from the Asphodel Arboretum. Perhaps he's scaring civilians. Bring it to my stable boy, the jockey of Artemision. He'll know how to send it galloping back to the nightmare it came from.
Λέγω αυτό, ευρέ την άσχολια. Αδύνατον εσύ.
Ή ξένος. Τι είστε όταν η μικρή.
That looks like a good place for a horse to take shelter. Wonder what's wrong with them?
Don't come any closer. You're all scaring my horse. He's just a gentle creature.
Have you seen your horse? The others ran away screaming.
Leave it to a blind man to see what's right in front of him. Of course I haven't seen it. I'm sorry. These are hard times.
I'm afraid I won't make them any easier. I have to take that horse from you.
You can't! First Persephone takes my sight, and then you take Orphe? Our friendship was instant. I heard the neigh of a fierce horse. I approached him, unafraid. And he licked my palm.
Did you say Persephone blinded you?
She had one of her godly soldiers fry me with fire. It was punishment for telling others what I thought of this paradise, and somehow it got back to her. Said I didn't deserve to see the beauty she created.
He's not supposed to be in Elysium.
Are any of us in a realm that boasts perfection but shows only deceit? Have pity. Let him stay with me.
Little do you know that this is Hades' horse. It's going back to him.
I don't care. I would risk even Hades' punishment for Orphe. Mark my words, I won't forget this.
Whoa, boy! Don't tell Phobos, but you are one impressive beast. Off we go now. Yeah! I need to take this horse either to Adonis or to a stable boy. Who to choose? Let's go.
Oh, what is that? He's not like any of my horses.
He's a special horse and belongs to Hades. That's who he needs to return to. Persephone told me you could get him there.
It's because Persephone knows I can ride any horse anywhere. I'll take it from here.
Good news, I take it. I know Hades will be missing his beast.
I found him, and took him to your stable boy, like you asked.
You have no idea the trouble you've saved me. You've earned my favor. Quiet! He stood there, soaking wet and sputtering, while his boat floated away from him down the Eridan River in pieces.
I'd give my sharpest bronze dagger to see that silly human trying to leave Elysium on a felucca.
Have you visited my mother recently, and given her my love?
Always. The meteor sends her love in return.
Well, I'd better get back. Elysium won't rule itself. Do keep an eye out for me. I sense trouble brewing in Paradise.
I was starting to think you'd never get here. You can't waste time if you hope to break Persephone's control over the gate to the underworld. You might be playing both sides with Persephone and Adonis, but I know where your true motives lie.
Is that so?
Unfortunately, no one passes through the gate to the underworld without Persephone's permission, which she has never given. Ever. Luckily for you, as the goddess of crossroads and keys, locked doors happen to be my specialty.
Are you saying you can get me through the gate?
I'm saying I can help you bypass Persephone.
What's in this for you? You still haven't told me.
I'm not asking for your blind trust. Let me prove our goals align. This unlocks the door to Persephone's hidden sanctuary. She keeps all of her most intimate possessions there, stowed away from her husband. Among her treasures is a journal rumored to contain information you desperately need about the gate. Bring it to me as soon as you can.
I'll go get the journal.
The sooner you bring me it, the closer you are to leaving Elysium. Don't waste any time.
Let's hope no one notices me here.
I get you!
Let's see if Agate's key works. Then, find that journal. This journal is missing pages. Hope Agate still wants it. A poppy. The meter's emblem. I should watch my step around here. I'm not sure how stealing Persephone's journal will help me open the gate to the underworld, but here it is.
Stealing Persephone's journal wouldn't help us. But stealing the journal that belonged to the gate's locksmith will.
Who's the locksmith?
It doesn't say. Looks like a lot of pages were torn out. Now be quiet while I read. Well, that was illuminating.
So? What does it say?
Oh, so eager. The location of the gate is not revealed. But so long as Persephone controls Elysium, you need her permission to pass through it. Which you will never get.
But if she loses control of Elysium?
She loses control of the gate. You need to undermine her influence any way you can.
And how do you suggest I do that?
Your alliance with Adonis is a good start. His head-on tactics are a little obvious for my taste, but in time, he will wear down Persephone's forces.
What about our alliance? Where do you come in?
I know all of Persephone's weaknesses, and I'll direct you to them when the time is right. Until then, you'd be wise to spend some time with Persephone's lapdog, Hermes. Learn to use that staff. You'll need a divine weapon in the land of gods.
This area will be well defended.
again! Always nice to see a friendly face. Keeper, you found my workshop after all. I know it may not look like much, but it's home.
I told you. You can call me Cassandra.
In front of the staff? Pah. But I'm glad you came. There's much to show you in this great land.
If you're offering, I could use some help getting my bearings.
Oh, give yourself time. The golden fields reveal themselves slowly and selectively, but I can help. Walk with me.
Maybe you're right. I need to clear my head. Where to?
I consider myself a keymaker. One of my keys might interest you.
What do you do in your workshop?
Invent. All of reality's secrets are hidden behind doors. My inventions act as keys that unlock those doors.
You reveal the secrets behind them.
Ah, you're as wise as Pythagoras. But why discuss what we can see for ourselves? Observe, way up there, Persephone's first keep. If only you could have seen it when it was new.
It seems like most of Elysium is in ruins. What happened?
This place is beautiful, as are all of Persephone's creations. But it is a world that changes at her whims. When I see decay, I know she needs us at her side more than ever. Yeah! Oh, look there. Imagine all the heroes who have passed through those golden fields, basking in the glory of eternal peace. Each thinking they'd see nothing more beautiful, only then to set eyes on Persephone. Look there, Keeper. That encampment is the site where Hephaestus built a home for Aphrodite.
Doesn't look like much now.
It stood tall until Aphrodite met that child Adonis. His ability to wreak havoc with a wink and a smile is second to none. Come. That cave leads to a key I built for the staff. Consider it our secret. The keymaker and the staff keeper. Friends bound by mysteries.
What happened to me in there?
Imagine for a moment. Inside you, inside all of us, are parchments twisting like ribbon. On those parchments is written the story of who you are, who you were, and who you will become. Does that make sense?
So this twisting ribbon defines each of us. And what happened in there changed what defines me.
You understand. With these keys, you can unlock the secrets inside you, and wrest control from them. I've built many.
Thank you. I'm not used to doing this on my own. On the Adrestia, I had Varnavas as a guide.
Ah, well, I hope it's a long time before I meet him here. I'll leave you to your adventuring. You're welcome to come back to my workshop anytime.
Here, Hermes. You look concerned.
I'm worried about Persephone.
I haven't been here long, but I've already heard people want her overthrown.
You have? What do these humans expect from her? I'd heard some of the more ungrateful delinquents are planning to rise up. Imagine!
These ungrateful delinquents, could they be right?
Bah! You give them too much credit. Still, Persephone needs protection.
Don't look at me.
There's a friend of mine and your father's, Kyros of Zarax. He's a strong and honorable warrior. He's been abducted, but if we could free him...
You're suggesting we make a human Persephone's bodyguard?
With Kyros at the ready, the humans will think twice before attacking one of their own.
If I didn't know any better, I'd say you were in love with Persephone.
No one understands her the way I do. Adonis, she's a cruel despot. To her husband, she's a trinket on his arm.
And what do you see?
Me? Oh, I don't know. I've never had anyone ask me before. She's... everything.
How do you know this, Kyros?
He was an aide, of sorts, to your father. Every great painter needs a hand to crush their pigment. That was Kyros, a warrior.
Say no more. I'll find Kyros for you.
Ah, I knew I could trust you. While you're gone, I'll arrange a meeting with Persephone. Bring Kyros to the heart of Elysium. We'll be there.
should try to stay out of sight. Yeah.
That's impossible! You have the staff?
Kyros of Zarax. Hermes sent me.
That keymaker is predictable. I'll give him that much. So, how do you get that staff?
Pythagoras was my father. Things happened. Now it's mine.
That right? That makes us family. I knew the man well.
I heard. This way. Persephone's waiting.
Persephone herself? This is...
All right, Kyros. Let's make this quick. You said this is going to be easier than you thought.
Since we're basically family, I'm trusting your honor. I work for Adonis.
But you were caged by humans.
Yes, and Hermes found out about it right around the time Persephone was coaxed into deciding she needs a bodyguard.
You talk about honor? You set up this lie and used me as a mule to infiltrate Persephone's lair. I expected to meet a warrior.
Before I met your father, I had 4 sons, each a warrior. When my third boy fell in battle, there was only guilt. I'd cried all my tears for the first 2.
Go on.
And with the 4th, I felt longing. Sadness had become my only friend. And I had no one left to grieve. Warriors don't bring peace. They bring sorrow.
So by getting behind Persephone's defenses, you think you can prevent war? You could convince her to surrender or distract her while Adonis escapes.
Anything but battle. But before we go to Persephone, I have to send confirmation this plan worked. Will you take me?
We've already wasted too much time talking, Kyros. We have to go.
You're as stubborn as your father. Still, you mustn't say anything to Persephone. If she knew what we were doing, she'd have my head. I hear Persephone likes to test her new recruits. And I've got a bit of a temper. If you see me turning red...
I'll think of something. Yeah! Come on. Move. Ella. Let's go.
You've come back. And just in time.
Gyros of Zarax, tell me, are you the obedient dog Irmis claims you are? I do love dogs. Does he not speak?
He speaks. Kyros, take a deep breath and speak.
Apologies, my queen. To hear of your beauty is one thing, but to see it up close is another.
Beautiful, am I?
Pa, among other things.
Here, child of Pythagoras. If he were here, he'd be proud of what you've become.
My queen. She touched me. Kyros is right, my friend. I knew your father well. If he were here, he'd be proud. Here. Keeper, I've been robbed. These are dark times for Elysium. Those delinquent fools have robbed even me.
What did they take?
I fashioned a key, a recipe if you will, for an eternal flame. I intended to gift it to Persephone. With it, she could shine her light, even in the underworld.
No matter who the ruler is, if you give her fire, you're going to get burned.
You still don't understand. Persephone wants to protect us from the dark horrors in the underworld. With the flame, she could.
So write the recipe again.
What I wrote took lifetimes. We can't let it stay in the hands of humans who would use it against her. Keeper, Cassandra, we have to steal it back.
I'll take back this recipe, but only because I don't think anyone should have access to a flame that never dies.
These are desperate times. You've seen the cloud these delinquents cast on our golden fields.
I said I'd get it.
I thank you. You are quickly becoming my friend and ally.
An eternal flame sounds more like a myth than some simple recipe.
Pa, I began writing the recipe with your father. It's as real as the danger we'd face without it.
Why do you go to these lengths to save Persephone? She wouldn't do the same for you.
Since these humans started acting against her, she's been suffering. When she suffers, we all suffer.
Hermes, has it occurred to you she might just be using you?
Of course not. She simply needs someone to rely on. She needs me.
I'll find the rebels and get your recipe.
That's all I ask. If you are spotted or cause a commotion, We risk retaliation. Go unseen.